I don't know, like that just looks awful. You gotta teach how it looks in between. I think the in between part is even more important. Wait, I think I need to do like an intro. How do I do an intro? Today we're gonna try out TikTok art tips, and as a newbie artist, let's see how good they are. I'm gonna rank it based on 3 criteria. The first of all is how simple is it to understand for newbie artists, right? And when I talk about newbie artist, I'm talking about someone that has only been drawing for like barely 2 months, okay? Second criteria, based on how we rank it, it's gonna be how easy it is to actually implement that, like in your drawing, right? Like when you practice or when you do something similar. Third criteria, how useful it actually is. So this one is a bit interesting, right? So this one is going to be based on me, right? I'm a newbie artist. I've been drawing for 2 months. So what I think it's going to be useful maybe is different compared to other people. First video, let's check it out. So beginners, right? They're saying it's especially here. You guys, okay, wait. You guys don't see it? Wait, can I move my head? There you go. You guys see right here? They are saying beginners. Sorry, a little reminder that tracing reference is totally okay for learning purposes, right? It will help you a lot if you want to improve your art. Okay, so here we have the reference that we need, and they were talking about instead of just tracing the shape, you find shapes that define the body. I guess you would do something like that, right? I don't know, like that just looks awful. It's gonna be like this. We just look at the shapes, right? So obviously there's a shape here. So I think hands, I feel like hands are not super hard here, right? For hands, you can clearly see shape here. Let's make the head, right? Like that. Let's see, the torso. I don't know if I'm doing this correctly, all right? And then we have the legs. I still don't know if this looks correct or not. I feel like this just looks way off. The proportions are definitely a little bit off. Let's talk about this. The fact they are telling you to use a reference, it's a good thing, right? I definitely think it's a good thing. For beginners, it's hard to apply a lot of stuff here when you don't know about basic shapes, right? How easy it is to understand? It's solid 8 out of 10. It's very easy to understand. How easy is it to apply this specific TikTok to your daily drawing? Since they don't explain to you the usefulness of knowing basic shapes, I think it could be very hard for someone like me that hasn't practiced enough shapes. A 5 out of 10 on to apply. But how useful is this? 10 out of 10. I think everybody needs to do something like this. Okay, let's do the next one. This one is quote unquote 1 day old artist. By the way, I'm using my phone and my finger to draw. So this is for someone super new. Let's see how this goes. they are talking where, okay, so we draw a circle, right? And what they're saying is we do a line in the middle and a line top mid. Okay, so all the red lines, right? We have more red lines. So what they are saying is, but so this is eyebrows, this is eyes, but so this is nose and this is mouth, right? So by the standard, they're saying that this is supposed to be like this. And the line up here is forehead, right? So this is apparently forehead. So what they are saying that the eyebrows are supposed to be here, right? So let's do the eyebrows. The eyebrows are supposed to be as that. Let's do the eyes like that. So this is what they say. If you follow the trick, it's supposed to look like this. Honestly, for me, I have not drawn a lot of characters, right? I would say solid 9 out of 10. 9 out of 10. I think applying this tutorial here, it was pretty easy, right? Like, it doesn't really explain a lot, but just to apply this and just get like this super basic understanding on where stuff is, I would say a solid, like definitely a 10 out of 10. Usefulness, I'm not so sure about that, right? Like, it's probably useful for someone that needs to learn the most basic stuff. But since I've only been learning it for 2 months, I would say the useful of this for me would be probably like a 7, like a 6. Probably, honestly, I would say like a 6. I feel like it's useful to get to know like the super basic stuff, but it really doesn't get you further than that. How to render hair. Simple hair rendering tutorial. So you draw the hair. So it's a very light color. And then you block the shadow, carve out the shadow. Little bit more shadow. You blur it, reflect light, and then add more shadow, right? And just blur it. And then you change the line art for the hair to something similar and more strands. Okay, so I think the most important part of this would be it's the beginning, right? So you choose a very light color and then you choose a more saturated color. Okay, we can try it. We fixed the hair I have. Okay, so let's color this, right? Since my hair color is purple, let's use like a very light purplish color. Like that. Right, so we just choose where the light is coming from. So the light is coming from, let's say, the top side, right? And then you use the same color, right? You go back, so we go back to the lighter color. Okay, so that's that, right? So what? So we take a less saturated color, and like if we follow the tutorial. Okay, so the next step of the tutorial is to blend it together, right? Just a little bit blur like that. Looks good, right? Next step. I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be like a spray. So they don't tell you it's a spray, but I'm pretty sure it's a spray. So like that. It's basically a little bit of a gradient, right? But like that, I think that works. Last step, we're changing the color of the line, like of the hairline art, to like a darker color of the actual hair, right? We can do that. Yeah, like this, right? I mean, it looks decent. It doesn't look half bad, right? There's a lot more you can do. So the artist in the TikTok does show you that you are supposed to add a little bit more strand. You're supposed to add like highlights. But you know what? Let's stop it here, right? I feel like with my skill set, I'm gonna have a harder time doing harder stuff. So let's stop here. And what we are gonna do is we're gonna rank it now. So how easy was it to actually understand? The tutorial is actually not that bad in terms of steps. They show you exactly how it looks every step, right? But I think the hard part is that they don't show you how they do it in terms of what tools you use and how you're supposed to actually draw it, because they don't show you They don't show you how to do it. They just show you how it looks after you done it, right? So I feel like that definitely drags it down a little bit, but it's not bad. And if you don't know how to render hair at all, it's not the worst tutorial in terms of understanding or like how easy to understand to the actual TikTok. I'm gonna give it a solid, like a 7. I think a 7. I can't give it higher because they don't teach you any tools. But yeah, it's supposed to be beginner friendly, but I don't feel like it's super beginner friendly. Applying this to your own stuff, it's not that hard. I mean, the steps are pretty easy. You do have to freeball a lot, right? I didn't know what kind of blend tool they use. I had to try 3 different ones. I didn't know exactly how they added like different kind of shadows and highlights. I used like a lasso tool, but maybe they use G-Pen, so it's different. I would give this probably a 7 too. Like, it's okay. It's not bad. It's not good. It's like smack bang in the middle. Usefulness, I would say honestly like a 9 out of 10. Eye tutorial, and it's supposed to be pretty easy, but let's see how it works. Supposed to blend color. Okay, that was fast. That was very fast. So it's like a trapezium. Okay, so now we have this. Okay, so the eye, right? I don't know how good this is gonna look, right? I'm just trying tutorials, applying them to the actual drawing I have, and then let's see how it's gonna look. The thing is, a lot of these kind of tutorials are not bad, but they don't really teach you a lot more than that, right? Again, there's no, it just says blend, right? It doesn't tell you how to, like, what kind of tool you should use, or like how, if you are supposed to do a little bit or not. You just have to do it with your eyes. Okay, but eye tutorial, how easy is it to understand? Honestly, if we look back at the tutorial, it's very fast. Like, it's very fast, and it really doesn't tell you much. You have to go back a lot and just watching it. And I feel like that really fails like easy to understand. So I'm actually gonna give it like a 4 out of 10. It's hard to understand what they are doing, and they show it very fast. It's not slow at all. And I don't like how they don't show the process when they draw. They just show step by step, right? Step 1 looks like this. Step 2 looks like this. You gotta teach how it looks in between. I think the in between part is even more important. Okay, applying this to your own art. Unless you have the same art style, I don't think you should go for it, right? Obviously, for the art style I have, it doesn't look great together. But I think because they don't tell you anything of what kind of tools you should use, or like if this is the correct kind of eye. I've drawn other kind of eyes that would fit more into different kind of styles. I've also done like realistic eyes, so I feel like it's fine. The eye looks good. It looks good, but can you apply it to everybody? No. So I would say like a 3, like a 3. It's okay, but usefulness, it's definitely up there because eyes are different, right? We just said that there are different art styles. Sometimes it's very, very good to go outside of your own comfort zone and just go for it. So usefulness, 10 out of 10. because drawing eyes, be able to draw different eyes, is very good.